Well, all I can say is it feels a darn sight wetter than that. Morning world, welcome to Monday 30th of December. 2024 is almost done. We can only hope that 2025 is going to be an improvement. Not going to hold my breath. So not a great deal going on today. I was actually supposed to be over at my dad's now. We've bought a CCTV system for his house. As much as anything else, it's so that if he falls over and presses his emergency, he's got an emergency button on his phone. If he presses that, which he tends to press by accident, or the dog does, apparently it's sometimes the dog's fault, I can get my phone out and I can look and I can go, he's on the floor, he's not on the floor. It's basically a baby alarm. But it was really cheap. When we got it set up and I got it running, I will maybe talk about it a bit more, but it's one of those things, because Dad he spends so much time on his own. My brother's there in the mornings, lunchtime and evenings, but he spends a lot of time on his own, and he is a bit unsteady in his feet, and he has been known to fall over. So I said to him a couple of weeks ago, I said, Dad, would you mind if I put a little CCTV system in? These are like little pan, tilt, zoom cameras. I mean, it's like 30, 40 quid for two of them. It's a no-brainer for as far as money is concerned. And he said, no, I got no problem. I said, Dad, I'm not going to spend all day looking at you on camera to see what you're up to. It's just a case, if you press your emergency button, we're going to get him a red button from the council as well. But if you press that, or the emergency button on your phone, and I get a ping up on my phone saying you've fallen over or something, I can at least go, yeah, I can see you. And not only can I see you, I can also speak to him on these cameras. It is basically a baby alarm that you can use on the interweb. And if he's on the floor, I can say to Dad, if he hasn't got his phone or whatever, I say, Dad, I can see you, I'm on my way, or help is coming. And it's just a bit of reassurance for him. So it's not big brother or little brother or spying or anything like that. It's literally just a case of, he's getting on a little bit, he's a lot of time on his own. It's as much reassurance for me as it is for him. So also means my sister can see him. So, because we can all, these things as like a motion sensor, a movement sensor, or senses a person. So if somebody moves about, we can set it so it sends us a signal. I probably wouldn't have that on because I don't want to know every time he gets up to go for a pee. So anyway, so we are down just looking at cattle. You're bulling, and if you're not, someone else is. You're going to want to bail in there, but probably not till sometime after lunch. You're okay for a minute. They had a clean bed yesterday. It is looking a bit mucky in there, but everything is wet. All underneath our covered patio area, everything underneath there is wet. It's just wet air. Everything wet. But yeah, but you're okay in there, and the bed in here is okay as well. So this will last another day. Both sides. I'm not giving them new fresh bed every day. So this was done yesterday. Next door was done yesterday. They will have to be, all right, mate, hello. They'll have to have some more grub. That all right? That's okay. But it'll be after lunch. So around about lunchtime, we're having some visitors. There is a holiday let top of the hill called Bradley Barn. Really nice little place. And I think there's 3 families staying there. And obviously somebody there watches or knows where we are. And I had a message last night, could we bring the kids down to look at your cows? And I said, yeah, just let me know what time you're coming and that's fine. So sometime in the next hour or so, we're going to have some visitors. I won't be videoing that. Not even going to consider putting the hedge trim on yet. Spoke to Reg this morning. He was going to start moving our wheat. He was on about moving it starting today, but again, it's so wet, so damp. It's one of those things, once you start the dryer up, it could take a couple of hours to get the dryer up to speed or calibration or whatever else. A couple of hours just to get it to temperature. And you don't want to be doing that more than once. You want to do it once, get up to temperature, fill it up, keep going until you're finished, and then shut it down. Right, I've got a delivery, so I've got to go. Right, while I'm in the house, just bought in Mrs. P's present, parcel, gift. Whether she's bought it for herself or someone else, I don't know. So, but I thought I'd just, as they were there, I'll quickly talk about these. So this is what we're looking at putting in to Dad's house. So what's this? This is a Tapu C100, which is a fixed camera. That's the one I'm going to put at the top of the stairs that covers top of the stair lift and the bathroom door and his bedroom door. We're not putting anything in the bathroom or his bedroom. We don't need to do that. So, but basically I can see along the landing and see, make sure he's not falling off the stair lift. And then these two guys, which is the Tapu C210, these tilt up and down and they pan left to right as well. So I'm going to put one at each end of the house. So one, I'm hoping, is going to cover the chair where he spends most of his time, the stair lift to, well, obviously going upstairs, and the outside area, the patio area where he goes out for the door. So everywhere, the three places where he gets out of his chair, because when he gets up, that's when he's most unbalanced, when he stands up. Once he's up, he's usually okay. So in the points where he has most likelihood to fall down is where we're going to put these guys. So one at each end of the house, which basically, because the way his house is built, is long and thin, I can pretty much, apart from the loo, I don't need to be in there, or the lounge, well, he hardly ever goes in there anyway, I can see the whole way up and down, and so can my missus, and so can Emma. Emma's going to do some more work with Dad, take on a bit of his care, because his current care package is going to reduce quite a lot in the very near future. So we're going to pick up the slack on that. And this is just one of the tools we've got to look after him. So now this is all with his consent. Don't think I'm just sneaking this in. He doesn't know I'm doing it. So this is a discussion we had. And he basically said he thought it was a good idea. So, and it's a bit of reassurance for him as well, because even though we're not going to spend all day watching him, it is literally a case of if we think something's wrong, or if an alarm goes off, or for whatever reason, we can just take my phone out, click on the app and go, he's okay. So it's reassurance for me as well as him. So, but there you are. So yeah, and these things have got a SD card slot as well on all of them. So if we want to, we could put an SD card in, and I presume that will work on a continual loop, recording over. Don't think we need that right now, but you know, for the future, and for the money. I mean, I can't remember what Mrs. P said, because Mrs. P is a member of Amazon Prime. I'm not, so she tends to order stuff like this. I don't think all of that lot came to much more than about 40 quid. And there's no subscription. There's no monthly or annual fee. I think you have to. Emma was saying, because she's got this system in her house, I think you have to upgrade the software or something every month, or every couple of months you have to do something, resubmit it or something. So yeah, I expect that's so that the Chinese know who's using it, and you know, so that you've got a little Chinaman sat somewhere and he can watch us. So not that I believe in conspiracy theories and that, but I bet that's where these are made. Oh yeah, you know, perhaps Chinese have got TV and they're selling, you know, private programs to watch the old man in his chair in England, you know. Well, that was interesting. So I just had a family staying local. In fact, there's 3 families staying local from London. And they just called in on the off chance. Well, actually, no, that's not true. They messaged me on Messenger saying, could they call and say hello? And I said, yes, they could. So I've taken them down, introduced them to the cows. Cows were less than interested. But yeah, and I've sent them all on their way, kiddies with a sticker each. And they're all educated about cattle now. So, happy days. The folks were lovely. For townies, they were they were great. So I don't know what part of London they came from. They're obviously just staying up for a few days on holiday, but they were genuinely interested in the cattle. So, and I'm quite happy to talk to anybody who's genuinely interested in cattle and farming and where their food comes from, if I got time.